Well, welcome to third episode of Definitely Not, bro.
Third episode. Wow.
Third episode, yeah. Good shit, man.
I got you.
We had a little hiatus there, you know. It wasn't too bad, right?
No. Wait,
Yeah.
why couldn't we do the podcast again?
Well, I was on a cruise. And
Oh, yeah, the cruise.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
How was the cruise?
It was awesome. I think I talked about it a little bit last time, right? I think, I don't know.
No, you were like saying like how you're gonna get down.
Yeah. So now, it was awesome, man. It was okay. It was, a lot of old people.
Oh wait, no, we did talk about that.
A lot of fucking old people, yeah.
But a lot of old people.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was. I mean, yeah, I did say because it was a certain cruise line. Yeah, but I mean it was good, man. It was relaxing though, you know. But hey, like I said, I got screwed out of that fucking $1,400 for the drink package though.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking ass because we had 4 port visits and man, that took up all fucking day of those 4 days. And man, those last couple days you're sailing out to the sea, you don't even want to drink anymore. So you're like, fuck this.
How was it? It was like 23 drinks like a week, or
No,
what was it? A day?
It's 15 drinks a day.
Bro, you really got to like. I'll be honest. Even if you spread it out,
Bro,
like,
it's impossible.
It's a lot of drink.
It's fucking impossible.
You can't do that.
No, the thing is, if it was like, okay, let us do it for 15 drinks a day for $700 for both couples. But no, if you get a couple, you gotta fucking. She gets 15 and I get 15. Who's drinking fucking 30 drinks?
No, I'm not drinking. No, like I wouldn't even do that. Like in the span of like 2 days, I'll be honest. Like that's still a lot of drinks, bro.
Bro, that's like that's more than a weekend even. Like, fuck.
I went to a retirement ceremony recently, and I was drinking like it was the end of the world. I had vacation time, so.
How do you do that?
Well, I don't normally drink. Like, okay, so Louis C.K., the great comedian Louis C.K., he literally said, "I don't ever do drugs." wait. I don't ever do drugs because when I do, they're really good, right? So that's what he said, right? So that's the same thing I do with drinking. I don't ever drink so that when I do, it's like super dope. Wow. Yeah, exactly. So I had like, so I was basically part of this retirement, and I saw my friend retire, and then next thing you know, I was like, all right, I'm going to get at least 4 White Claws. As soon as I ordered a White Claw, one of my best like girlfriends that I know, right? She just looked at me and was like, "White Claw? What? Oh,
it's crazy because I wasn't even there.
Let's see this guy. So she was like, "What? A White Claw?" Yeah. And then she looked at me and was like, "What are you?" I can't say it on the okay. But she was like, "What are you?"
I'm thinking it too.
Yeah. She was like, "What are you, May? The month of May?" Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what she said. And she was like, "Yeah, what are you, May as fuck?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "Fucking White Claw, man." And I was like, "All right, well, whatever. Let me."
They hit different, bro.
Yeah, they do.
What's wrong with the White Claw?
There's nothing wrong with the White Claw.
There's nothing wrong with the White Claw if you're a woman.
If you're a woman,
what flavor did you get?
Or if you're counting fucking calories, which is what I was trying to explain to her. I tried to get pineapple.
Okay.
Vodka is pretty, you know.
I'm not trying to drink flat vodka though, like hard liquor, bro. Like
what do you mean flat? Vodka's not flat.
No, like flat out. Like I'm not just trying to drink like vodka.
It's called straight.
Yeah, straight. Oh my God.
You can mix it
that's called May.
With soda water and
May
a little some little cranberries. I mean, man.
Yo, if I drank cranberry juice with
not
vodka,
a lot of cranberry juice, bro.
Now I'm celebrating Pride Month, okay?
Or you could be...
I hate you right now.
You could be like really hardcore.
Yeah.
And squirt a little bit of Mio in it.
There you
go.
Stop.
Mio to Chase. That's crazy.
or
Mio to fucking Chase.
You remember this, the Circle water bottles?
The what? Circle. Yeah,
definitely. You get one of those and put vodka in there instead of water.
Right.
I got. Oh yeah.
Yeah. See.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
No, anyways.
And then you can get the even the caffeinated ones, and you can be jazzed up like you like to be, with your 19 shots of fucking espresso and
dude.
Jim's fucking coffee. Yeah, that's
Bleep
black
that.
as shit.
Bleep that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No one knows Jim but us.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And his name's not Jim either.
No, it isn't.
Okay,
No.
good.
Yeah, his name's the Lorax.
I swear to Christ, he's gonna hear this shit one day and be like,
So mean.
he's gonna be, wait a minute.
Wait, is this about me? This is about moi? No, so she was like, hey, like what the fuck? And I was like, all right, bet. So I drank Stella Artemis, Autobots,
Oh,
whatever.
the beer.
Yeah.
Stella's good beer, bro.
So
I
my
like
guy
Stella.
was
It's a little
telling me,
skunky, but
my guy was telling me like open bar, and he took too long. It was retirement, but I mean, granted, he deserved it.
What do you mean he took too long?
I know. Okay, that's the wrong phrase. He didn't take too long. He just went over the boundaries of the open bar hours, because that's
okay.
really what I was counting on. Because I was like, oh, this retirement's gonna take like an hour,
Right.
and then open bar for 3. Bro, he got done 2 hours and 30 minutes, and we only had an hour 30 of the open bar, which is fine. That's my guy.
Why the fuck did the open bar start during the fucking retirement ceremony?
Bro, I don't
That's
know.
some dumbass shit.
It was bad planning.
And who was talking so much? Damn.
It was my man's, but also he served for like 25 years. So
How many kids did he have?
well, he had a lot of family there too, and he has 3 kids, a wife, and his wife is like the same pay grade as him, and it's just like it's like crazy shit. But he like gave everyone flowers, and like it was like one of
his mom, his aunt, and
everyone in his family. So I wasn't judging, but at the same time, I was like, we're in a time crunch now. So I got 3 Stellas, and I chugged all of them immediately while eating Mexican food, homemade Mexican food. He's Mexican.
Wait, was the food on the time limit too?
No. His family
okay.
brought it all in, and I was like, oh yeah, it's about to go down. And like, I just got the Stellas, and I was like looking at everyone around. Keep in mind, it's like a Monday. Yeah, it was on a Monday, and I was like looking at all my friends that I used to work with, and I was like, hey man, like, we're gonna go party, like, let's go. And it's like, bro, like, we gotta work tomorrow, bro. I was like, what are you guys, fucking losers, dude?
I love how it went from I'm drinking White Claw to watch my calories to I'm downing 3 Stellas and shoveling Mexican food into my gullet.
That's what happens when you break up. See, and this should be a lesson in keeping consistency.
Right.
You take one piece of the Jenga, and it all falls apart.
That's it, bro.
And
that is the fucking moral of the story. Holy
yeah,
shit.
and also because it's all because someone was homophobic. See?
What?
When will we get over homophobia in this country? So I was gonna say, yeah. So no, I chugged 3, and then I chugged 3 more, and then I was sipping on 2 more. Yeah, and then
3 fucking more.
So bro, no. I was like,
that's 6, right?
Yeah, I was at 6, and then I got to 8, and then I was like, oh, dude, I'm on fire right now. Like, ready to commit felonies, ready to gamble. And like, oh, bro. So in Michigan, slots are legal?
What?
Bro, slots
They're
are
legal
like,
everywhere.
no, like online. Online, bro. Like, I could go online and like start using slots.
Slots somewhere else?
No, on my phone.
Once again, the hotline is 1-800.
So, dude, you can do slots, okay? So I had like $140 to play with, bro. And
Bro,
then,
that's not real money.
okay, wait. Okay, so literally, look, $140 to play with, bro. So I put it all in like MGM Casino, and I was like, all right, bro, let's roll the dice. Hit $10,
Yeah.
automatically won like $50. I was like, roll the dice.
Yeah. Famous last
yeah,
words.
Yeah. Down to my $20 later, I was like, bro, and I was like, you know what? I'm switching this gamble. I got super drunk, and I was like, yo, we're switching this. Like, I was like, I'm gonna withdraw the 20, right? I accidentally put in another $140.
Oh, nice.
And then I was like, let me again.
Let me see if I can double up.
Just in case my baby mom was listening. It was an accident. It was a fucking accident. No, it wasn't. Okay, no, it wasn't. So then I started gambling like $10, right? Each roll.
Okay.
Bro, I was
Let's go big or go home.
I was lit like this. I was like, let's fucking go. Let's hit, bro. I hit Dude, the third time I put in, I hit for $500.
Damn!
I took that money out, I left $100, and I was like, okay, I'm good.
Have you broke even yet?
Yeah. No, I broke even. Wait, let me. Yeah. I broke even, bro. So then I got to my man's after retirement ceremony.
Right.
It was like all of his friends in, and we were all like chilling out, and it was like a really gnarly time, man. But it was like actually like really insane. So I was trying to talk to someone about this because, like, dude,
A counselor?
This is gonna be this is gonna sound funny,
Okay.
but men really need to go out and like get help. And like if you feel like you need it, and I'll tell you why. Okay,
all right.
I'm really not trying to be funny right now. Right?
No, I can help.
Yeah, so
I feel you.
So I feel like men don't like. Okay, I saw this one. I'm gonna go all over the place with
Yeah,
this. Okay,
you
so
always
hold on to dear life.
All right.
So I saw this one video once of this guy that was talking to his girlfriend. That was like, she was on the radio. Like he called in somebody, and then they started talking amongst each other that like he didn't really trust her anymore because she laughed at him while he was crying at Top Gun 2, the movie Showtime. See, you're laughing. This guy. So but what? Okay, give me a sec, Brittany. Okay, wait. What were you gonna say?
What part in Top Gun 2 warrants tears?
Iceman died. Iceman died.
Wait.
Val Kilmer's really dead now too. Like, what are you talking about? Iceman died. Like, that was in the movie.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean. Okay. So, anyways, look.
Wait. Didn't somebody get blown up in the first one?
Goose.
Goose.
You
Yeah.
ready to hear this? I never
So-
saw the first one.
You never saw the first one?
No.
So I mean that. Oh, I mean, if he cried in that one, I mean, I get it. I'm crying right now.
Laughing.
So, anyways, right? Like, I heard this, right? And she was like laughing over the phone. The radio host was like, "Why were you laughing at?" And she was like, "Oh my God, because it's just a movie." And he was crying. And then he was just like, "No, fuck that. I felt vulnerable in front of you. Like, I watched this movie with my dad, who's now passed away. Like, this meant a lot to me. And you just like laughed at me." See, like, I mean, like Bory. Oh God, you gotta bleep that shit. So then, like Bory's fucking doing right now.
Oh,
Dude, you're
wow.
laughing really fucking hard at this. Okay, so anyways, right?
Happening?
I'm trying to break it down. But basically, I saw that video like a long time ago, and I thought to myself, man, men can't get help. Because no one takes it seriously. Look, like this guy.
Why does that merit you saying men need help?
He's literally crying right
What?
now.
Yeah, he's literally crying right now. Speak to the mic, dude.
That's that. I'm dumbfounded here.
Because that guy literally was like sad.
Because he was vulnerable and his girlfriend shit on his feelings. You think we all need help because of that?
No, I'm saying that men, if you cry in front of your girl,
Right.
they will never look at you the same again. All right? And this isn't fresh and fit, but I'm just saying it's like really true. Like, I had an ex-girlfriend of mine. I cried because,
Right.
dude, one of my best friends fucking died. And I cried in front of her. And then she was just like, "I can't believe you cried in front of me." And I was like, "What?" Like, this was weeks later. And she was just like, "Yeah, I've seen you cry." And I was like, "Okay."
What is that?
She was kind of... She would always think this.
But wait, hadn't you seen her cry?
I made her cry, but like by accident. Yeah, by accident.
But did you judge her?
No, she's...
Oh, okay.
I was just like, oh.
Was she? Maybe. Are you an ugly crier?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when something fucking horrible happens. Fucking weirdo. Not over like, damn, my parlay didn't hit.
Wait, so when you cry, is it like, and you make the face?
When
and
it's something
and you're
insane.
fucking choking. One of those, or is it just more like?
How is that? What the fuck? I don't know my own cries. I've never spectated them.
Okay, next time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to record it.
Record the crying and then post it on TikTok.
and then post it on the TikTok.
You get a million
TikTok.
views.
Bro, I don't. I mean, I've cried in front of my wife before, so I mean.
Okay.
Yeah,
but-
Eric's
But I
cried in
cry
front
like
of
a
me.
man, bro.
Well-
if I like break down crying,
Uh-huh.
I do that shit in private. But I mean, I've teared up and cried a little bit. But yeah, I mean, because to me, yeah, when you cry like hard, yeah, do that shit in private. And maybe that's what happened. Maybe the guy was an ugly crier, and she was looking at his ass like, "This is the guy I fuck."
Well, this is also
He's
like
terrible looking right now.
She
is
literally-
that his vinegar face too? Get the fuck out.
she literally said that he cried like during the movie. But like it sounded like he was just tearing up. It didn't sound like he was just like it sounded like he was kind of like putting his face like kind of like to the floor and stuff like that. Yeah, it was like yeah.
Did he like preface that he might get emotional while watching the movie because it
Okay.
reminded him of his
Oh,
dad?
see, this
or
is what women do. See, this is what women do.
I'm just genuinely wondering.
See, this is what women do. See,
Because if I'm caught off guard by you crying, I'm not going to know how to react.
look, don't victim blame. Look at this, victim blaming.
And I'll do it again. And again. And again.
Why didn't you brief me before you told me you were gonna cry?
cannot.
What are you talking about, man?
Bro, we
cannot
have
do
to
this.
shoulder the burden for fucking everybody at all times. You could at least give me a heads up that you might get a little emotional during a fucking action movie.
Maybe he didn't know. Actually, see how she belittles pain? See?
And I would do it again.
Look, I don't need to brief you beforehand.
Yes.
Because you don't know. Okay, so think about it like this. He could have been triggered, okay? If you're triggered by, like, let's say
Yeah.
cats.
By one time that you both saw me crying.
Beat that!
His name is
Gosh,
Bleep, 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 bleep. You are not. No.
super bleep.
Bleep all of this.
Yeah, obviously.
Do you trust her? Do you trust her, bro?
I don't know.
Bro, it's my reputation now. Okay.
All right, because I do not
I
condone
trust her
this.
now. I
I
trust her.
just.
That's what I texted Kelly, though, by the way.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But yeah. So yeah, I was getting to a point, bro, where
Bad.
I felt like I was gonna cry. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Not during, obviously. I was really wasted. I was driving back. Well, not driving back. Oh, we don't do that. Not drunk.
No.
I was Ubering back.
Yes.
And it just all like kind of hit me. It was like I'm surrounded by people I care about. You know, this guy that I saw retired, like he's my brother. I consider him to be like an older brother of mine, and I really appreciate everything he's done for me. And just like being around lively people and like the scene and everything. And then I was like, fuck, man, like I gotta go back. And it wasn't like
Go back where?
go back to work. Yeah. It's not that you guys are like trash.
No. It's
We are.
Yeah. It's a drag. I know. Fucking work is a drag, bro.
But also, like, I could be with my boys, and if we work, like, it's still kind of trash, you know?
No, work is a drag now.
yeah.
Because it didn't used to be like this.
No, it didn't. Yeah. Yeah, it's more like fuck. Like we're prisoners.
Because we are. To the American people.
Damn.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
what it feels like, yeah.
I've had, like, I remember I was Ubering back, got to the hotel, and, like, just chilling out, and I remembered, man, I still got $100 on NGN.
Okay.
And then I took the money out.
All right.
I took the money out.
There
But yeah,
it is.
the whole thing, man, like really fucked me up because I was like, oh my god, like I'm really fucked up, like off the basis of like I miss like my friends, I miss the crew, and I miss my mans, and like I was like, man, like I just really hate that I'm not part of the loop. It felt like I was saying goodbye to like my family,
Right.
And
right.
it was like I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna see
Are they
them
all
again.
still? They all still work there? Or
Yeah,
work in
yeah.
the same general area.
Yeah, like all
Wow.
of them still do. And so like next time I see them, which I don't know when it'll be
Right.
like in different circumstances. They're all going to be transferred or something. But it got me thinking. I was like, I tried calling a bunch of friends of mine, and no one answered. By the way, I assume that if I called you, you probably would have answered, or our producer Brittany. But literally, I was just all over the place, and I was like, trying to call, old friends from my past commands, and I was like, maybe I'll be able to like talk to them about it, and no one's answering their fucking phones.
How fucking late was this?
This wasn't that late. This was like maybe 6 o'clock.
PM?
Yeah, 6 p.m.
On a fucking what day?
It was like a Tuesday.
Bro, people have families and shit.
Bro, all my friends don't have kids.
None of them?
That they know of.
No.
They're not mine if they didn't get blood.
No, they don't have them. Not even in like Thailand or something. Like they just literally don't have kids, right, or wives or anything like that. So this being said, like I was like trying to call, and then I called my mans, and one of my friends finally picked up after I called 3 different friends of mine, and we started talking or whatever, and I was like, cool, man. Like he helped me out. He made me realize some things. He was just like, bro, are you feeling this way because of this, or is it something else going on? And there is something else going on, but I was like, that might be something that I'm not really talking about enough, and I need to figure it out. So I was like, okay, maybe this is bothering me a lot more than I thought.
Right.
And the next day, this brings me to my very next point. Mm-hmm. One, either people don't give a fuck about men like in their desperate time of need, or they don't know how to help you. Because we're men, we don't know how to help you, right? So one of my best friends in the whole world, I tried calling him, he didn't answer the phone.
Right.
And now my man's is texting me every morning, good morning, bro. Hope you're doing all right, bro. And I'm like, bro, I'm not going to kill myself, man. But I think he thinks I am, because I called him and I was like, bro, like I'm feeling down. Like, I'll be honest, man, I haven't been this down since like when I was younger, man. When I was younger, I had these problems, man. And he was just like, word, truth. All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you later, man. He was like, I hope you be all right. We talked more. That wasn't.
That wasn't the whole conversation.
Imagine that. Yo, man, I'm fucking down. True, me too. All right, see you later. Yeah, exactly, bro.
That's cool. Cool.
No, he's texting me like, hey, good morning, bro.
Yeah.
And like, hope you're doing all right.
But
and I'm like, bro, I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
So were you drunk then?
No, I wasn't. I was driving at that point. I was like trying to call my mans and like friends of mine. Yeah, this is the day after. Because during I was still drunk.
Yeah.
And playing MGM Casino.
Of course, losing all your fucking money.
Nah, bro, we're up $400. Here, speaking of that, let's look at my parlay while you're explaining this.
Man, I don't know, bro. I mean, because a lot of times, but I could have just be like, hey, bro, you know how I would have addressed you. Like, yeah, I would have listened to you and I would have coddled you a little bit, and I'd have been like, yeah, cool, man, but what this boils down to is you need some pussy. And then all your woes are gonna go the fuck away.
Nah, no, I don't think that's how it goes, man. Oh gosh. Well, I mean,
and that's what a motherfucker should tell you, bro. When the last time you got laid?
I'm trying to
think.
Bam,
bro! Please don't tell us.
No, I'm trying to think.
God damn, if you got to think about it.
Yeah. No, it's been a while. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, for me, I would have just looked at you like, bro, man, you fucking need to let your hair down. You wound too tight.
Yeah.
And what happened was you went to fucking Detroit and you had a good time.
Yeah.
Like you used to. And ever since you've been here, bro, you've been super dad and fucking and everything. So
bleep that.
Yeah. But you're wrapped too fucking tight.
I think so. Yeah.
That's what it is, bro. It is like, yeah, you're working out, but are you really working out, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you need to really work out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hit the weights.
Hit the weights, bro. Yo, dude. Get you some, if your T is a little low, get some T in you.
Oh, yeah, some testosterone.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro. And but I'm for real though. Seriously, bro. You need to fuck something. Plain and fucking simple, bro. And I'm not saying that it's gonna get rid of all your woes, but no, bro. Yes. Fuck. Release that shit.
Interesting.
Okay. On a human. That
distinction.
Yes, please. That makes a difference.
I gotcha.
Yeah. But I don't want to say yeah, but it means something, if you have somebody else to bounce some shit off of, or
Yeah. I could see that.
You're riding solo like a motherfucker right now, bro. And fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was talking to the original guy that actually picked up the fucking phone and like it didn't let me die, dude. I remember we were talking about it and I was like talking to him about how the event was so great, and he said, "Is this truly what you're upset about, or is there something else?" And that's what we talked about was that. But it wasn't. I don't feel like I'm alone right now. I feel like I'm just kind of busy. And it feels
too fucking busy.
Yeah. It feels. I mean, it's funny because like every weekend I've just been like, boom, like gotta do something, Every weekend, yeah. And like this past couple weeks, it's been like 3 weeks now where I have nonstop been with my kid, and it's just a constant roll. And like when we're together, I'm like trying to teach him Spanish now. So like me and him. We're doing like literally this is how it went. Saturday I was like, yo, get up, we're gonna go wash my car. Right. So he was like cleaning my car with me, like doing all this stuff. Right. Next thing you know, we go over, I'm like, hey, you hungry? He was just like, yeah, I'm hungry. And I was like, what do you want? He was like, tacos. And I was like, all right, cool. So we went to go get tacos, and I was like, do you want to watch Minecraft? He was like, yeah, I like Minecraft. And I was like, all right, cool. So we went to go see Minecraft. We came back. Well, when we were driving back, he was like, Dad, can we stop by Target? And I was like, okay. And then we got his mom a Mother's Day gift.
Nice.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, you pick one, because it'd be like I told him this. It'd be inappropriate if I pick one. So you pick one. And he was just like, this one. And I was like, that says, I love you, Grandma. And it was just like, he looked at me and he was like, yeah. And I was like, one for your mom. He was just like, fine. And then looked at the one and he was like, I like otters. And he like picked the one. I was like, cool. So like we got that. Bro, my day started at 9. I got home at like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. And as soon as I got home, I was like, hey, you can watch TV or play with the Xbox, like in the living room with me. And he was just like, okay, Dad. And no one else was home. Bro, I passed out for 2 hours. And I woke up and I was like,
strike that Father of the Year.
Oh, no. Okay, first of all, my kid's about to be 6, and we locked the doors and whatever, and like he's cool. No, my sister got there. I forgot to mention. No, I wasn't asleep for fucking 2 hours. Oh my God. I forgot to mention. No one was home. No one was home. And then my sister came, and I was like talking to her. Next thing you know, I was like, yo, I'm gonna rest a little bit, and then fell asleep for about 2 hours. And I was like, bro, like, she woke me up and she was just like, dude, you good? And I was like, bro, no, I'm not. And she was like, all right. And then my dad helped give the baby a bath. And then after that, like, put him to bed, and we chilled out. And then I went to bed. And the next day, bro, I was so tired. And I was like, dude, I just can't. Like, what am I doing right now? And so, like, yeah, I've been pushing myself a lot. And it's like, fuck, man, I got to chill out sometimes, because I'm doing shit and like not even realizing the effect that it might be implementing on me.
Yeah, man, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy, bro. That you're like, that's like one of them old depressed ladies. You know what I'm saying? That go to bed and fucking sleep.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That I'm an old depressed lady.
No, just that it sounds like trademark depression.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
So what do you think, you're better than me? I'll beat your ass, dude.
Yeah, actually I do. You know why? You know why I think I'm better than you? Because I take Zoloft. I'm on it right now.
So one time, speaking of Zoloft, one time me and her, we went to a party, and like this person. So Brittany is the most autistic person I've ever met in my entire life. Have you ever met somebody like, okay, when you were a kid, right? And then
pause. He knows how socially fucking awkward I am. Now continue your story.
She's trying to make herself seem like the victim right now in the story. Okay.
It's because I am.
So here, check this out. It was like, bro, we were going to this party. And it was a costume party, right. So she was already dressed up. Like the whole thing was like very loose. It was like super chill, right? We're all in costumes, okay?
Right.
It's super chill, right? We're all kind of like playing around and whatever. And it's like this like chill, costume party vibe. It's supposed to be cheesy. It's supposed to be open. It's supposed to be whatever. So me and her were walking in. The host of the party is just like, hey guys, how's it going? Hey, we got an open bar tab. Just ask them for the tab, and you could get some drinks. And she was like, yeah, I can't get any drinks. I'm on Zoloft right now. but I could definitely get some water. And I was like, and he was just like, oh, nothing wrong with, like, he played it really cool. You know why? Because he was like me. He was just like, get this person to shut up and like get away from me right now.
Or he was like, maybe she's in character.
Oh, I read the cue cards. Barbie did not do Zoloft in the 1950s, bro.
She might have. It was like Quaaludes then.
No, they used to call it a pinch of opium.
And Quaaludes.
Just a little pinch.
So you know what that's the equivalent of?
What?
That's the equivalent of fucking children that come up to you and they'll be like, hey, I like your hat. And we're like, oh, thanks, buddy. It's like, yeah, my mom has no car. Like, see? That's the fucking equivalent. She was never...
What are you supposed to do with that?
With what?
With that?
Oh, no, she's the kid in this scenario.
But I mean, like, as a person that she says that, what do? You just...
How the host of the party responds is like, oh, okay, well, don't worry about that. You can get yourself a water if you want. And then he proceeds to walk away and probably text his group chat, yo, this fucking weirdo is telling me she's on Zoloft right now. No, she's not crazy. She's just weird. Yeah, weird as fuck.
Well, thin line. That's a thin goddamn line.
In this light, you kind of look like Jake Gyllenhaal. Do you see how that sounded like? Do you see how that sounded like? I just say random things.
Terrible. That's terrible.
Well, I can promise you one thing.
Here we go. I'm scared. What the fuck? What the fuck is she talking about? Don't. Okay, all right.
You know that one song that she has that's like 25 minutes long about him?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Just making sure that you got the joke.
Does she have a song that long for real?
Yeah.
It's a long fucking song.
Yeah.
And I like me some Tay-Tay.
I know you do.
Nah, I'll be honest. I'm not really a stan like that. Not anymore.
What?
I'm not a stan of Taylor Swift anymore. She was about the real. You know what I kind of feel like? I feel like this brings me to my next point. Sinners. You watch Sinners?
I did.
Okay. You know what I feel like whenever I listen to Taylor Swift?
What?
I feel like the vampire... Spoiler alert. I feel like the vampires at the end, when they're like, play us that reel, you know? Play us that fucking reel, dude. And she starts playing that one, You Belong to Me. You know, it's like, dude, it's like this, bro. If I walked in and I was a fucking vampire and Taylor Swift was playing, right? And she was like, I knew you were trouble when I walked in, right? And I just walk up to her as a vampire, I was like, nah, man, play me that fucking reel. And I hear that banjo, boom, 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 bro.
You think that would be Taylor's reel?
Yeah, that's the reel, bro. The fucking, you have no idea how much she meant at some point, like, to just radio in general, but she was so fucking on fire, and that song...
You mean in her country days, or like
country days.
Right now?
No, country days, bro. No, she means a lot more now.
Yeah.
Like, she's way more popular.
Yeah.
But dude,
Pop.
but the music was better when she was country. I believe so.
I don't think so, bro. She has a fucking decent catalog. I mean, and I don't I do bump her shit. I ain't gonna lie. But
I mean, it all feels so like cheap.
Like what? Like little girl? Like little white girl? I mean, is that what? Because that's what the fuck she's selling to.
No, okay. So this song, like a long time ago, we are never ever
yes.
getting back together.
Yes, that was probably about one of her 17 boyfriends.
But bro, like that's the thing. That's not the real, bro. Yo,
No. Because
I'm Michael B. Jordan in this. Play me the fucking real.
Because really, I think, she has to evolve. She does. She has to
Evolve.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think country was gonna be her jam forever.
Listen, bro. Okay. There's a theory that Godzilla was once a human. Okay. You see? That's what you sound like. Brittany, shut up. That's what you sound like all the time.
Get off my girl, bro.
No, dude. There's such a thing as like going too far, though.
No.
Like too much to the. Yeah, like fucking Megalopolis,
Bro.
Francis Ford Coppola's newest film. It's trash.
So real talk though. Do you believe if she would have stayed country, she would be as popular as she is now?
No.
No, not at all. No.
No.
And I get that, and I respect it. But girl, play me the real.
Get the fuck out of here.
Play me the real. And that means that you get more fans. That's cool. But me, a superior. Oh my god, superior. Holy shit, I can't even be high horsing correctly. A superior music listener.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna bump your shit unless it's the fucking real. Now play me some of that
Fuck
fucking
out of
banjo.
here, bro.
Play me some of that band.
So what's the real Michael Jackson?
What?
What's the real Michael Jackson?
What's the real Michael Jackson?
Is it R&B Michael Jackson or is it the pop?
I'll tell you something right now, bro.
Oh my, here we go.
You ain't ready for this.
Here we fucking go. Let's go.
Michael Jackson. Actually, no, Michael Jackson was great, but like I'll be honest, like after like the 2000s, I never really listened to Michael Jackson. Like anything outside the 2000s catalog. Like when he was 80s, 90s, up to...
That's because the motherfucker died in 2009.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying like, whoa, wait. Okay, no.
What are you trying to say? Spit it out.
Early 90s, late 80s,
Yes.
like all the way up to 95. That's, anything before, after that, I just don't listen to it. It just doesn't hit the same, like for me personally.
I'm just saying though, like Michael Jackson was the little bebopper for fucking Motown for years with the Jackson 5.
Mm-hmm.
And now he could have did that for years. And they could have made millions of bucks, being at Motown, being those 5 brothers. But they probably would have died out like in the fucking mid 80s. And by him just saying, fuck this and fuck these guys here, I'm going to go off on my own and do my own fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made Michael Jackson so big. And that's what I'm saying the same thing about Taylor Swift is like, she changed her genre, so fuck.
I'm not saying it's not successful. I'm saying that the pursuit of pop kind of ruins like a lot of your like power with what you got going on. Now, I'm not the guy to be trying to convince because like when it comes to this, like it's cool that you made millions of, like do what's good for you. Like I'm not saying like Michael Jackson is trash.
No.
I'm saying that his music is trash. Wow. Like later on in life is what I'm saying. Right. Taylor Swift. I'm not saying Taylor Swift is all trash. I'm saying that a certain period of time, I won't listen to that because to me, that period of time is fucking trash. But that's it. Like I'm not.
So you think a later time, Taylor Swift goes?
Well, universally speaking, most artists, like, once they get, like, to older phases, like, they just start to die out. They start to be, like, maybe not die out, but trash.
I get it. I
mean, Eminem is fucking trash now, dude.
Yeah, but Beyonce's not.
Hawk cinnamon, cinnamon hidden in the hawk enema. Enema, don't need an enema. I got that from Casey Frey, dude.
Terrible.
You never see that video where he's like 5 bars? No, he's like 10 bars in 10 seconds, and he's like cinnamon, hard. Stupid as fuck,
bro. I think that was the time when he was a little fucked up, maybe on a little.
Bro, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, you can't be like, yo, get like. There's this running joke that Chance the Rapper is going to come back super hard because his wife left him. But to be honest, man, it's like, dude, like, I think your moment's just gone. I think at a certain point, you suffering some more isn't going to add anything to your art.
What the fuck did Chance suffer before, bro?
No, like, okay, well, not suffering, like, necessarily, but, like, kind of when you're on the come up, I should say. when he was on the come up doing drugs, right?
Okay.
His okay, and like the thing is, some people will say, "Oh, so you want him to be all fucked up?" He named the fucking album Acid Rap. He wanted to be fucked up, and I like that version of that guy. Okay, so that's not my fault that you put that out there. All right,
Right. I can see why people believe that too. Because heartache and pain, that makes you make good music, right? I mean, look at Adele, look at Sam Smith. All these motherfuckers, I mean, literally were fucking stepped on their hearts, were totally fucking broken, and the next time they put out an album, that shit was fire.
Yeah. Well, also what it does to like a person, like being like so down on something, that's where you really like sink or swim and like apply yourself to like doing something. Like I've met so many people that started off like gym journeys just getting broken up with, like having someone like hurt their feelings, being broken up with, and that took them to the next level.
Definitely.
And so there's got to be something comparatively. It's like the only thing, I mean, David Cho was the one that said it best. He was just like, he says that I think that the best form of art comes from immense human suffering. And I mean, that's fairly true.
Yeah, that's what comedians say.
Yeah,
Comedians say the same
comedians
thing.
as well.
They say the same thing. That's why comedians do well when 47 is in.
Yeah, that's why SNL is so hot right now.
I mean, it's when we fucking feel and act like shit. I mean, it's a time. I mean, when and we're in fucking pain.
Yeah, true.
I mean, yeah, that's when you do your best work.
Yeah, I mean that's why like some of the best comedians ever, like are like Bill Burr, because he has his life together and he's still making fire. You know, like that's why I look back at like Joe Rogan's actual like comedic run, and
when he was in comedy.
Yeah, dude, he was always so fucking funny. And then recently, I forget what was his most recent one. It was like two of them that like I don't fuck with Joe. I'm telling you, man, he is like really funny if you look back at like all of his stuff. But the last two specials that he had released, right, is after he became like a super millionaire, and that does something to you. Yeah. To you as a site, it's like you don't have to work as hard.
Hell no.
Or maybe you're just not as hungry.
No, you're investing. I mean, you invest in shit. You're like, they're making money for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that dude's into everything.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
That's why Jerry Seinfeld like quit stand up, was because like it was just too much of like I can't like comprehend like your guys' lives. So there's nothing really relatable, and therefore, like, I can't make it funny and stuff.
Right.
Although I really do believe that Jerry Seinfeld is just not fucking funny at all. I've never once laughed at Jerry Seinfeld. You're looking at me like that.
Okay, so
like every guy from the 90s.
No, fuck off. But I mean, I won't say I don't listen to fucking Jerry Seinfeld's fucking stand up, but his show was fucking funny. And it may not have just been him. Maybe it was all the other little fucking characters.
It was Larry David. It was Larry David that did it.
Okay, right. But that was a funny show. And I'm not saying that, but yeah. It represented fucking Seinfeld.
I'm gonna tell you something else. I personally...
There we go.
I personally don't like Seinfeld, but I could see why people could be like, oh, like, that's fun. Like, there's some things that'll, like... I'm not made out of stone. I'm pretty sure like some things will make me laugh.
Right.
But then some of the other shit, man, I'm just like, this is just so like I don't know. It's just, it's so gimmicky. I don't know how to really do. Like, you double dip the chip. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Jerry? You know, and it's like
that shit was some people used to get offended by that shit.
You double dip the chip. Shut the fuck up, Jerry Seinfeld.
I think he was making light of it.
And that's why I really like Curb Your Enthusiasm, because like that shit is just I think this is my problem. Right. I hate clean comedy or comedy that has to be clean, or anything that has to be clean.
I mean, that was all 70s, 80s, and 90s, and fucking mid-90s. It didn't start getting fucking, like, brash and out there until, like, the mid-2000s.
No, I understand, but it's
comedies on even, like, those kind of shows, they had to be wholesome. I mean, they couldn't, you know.
I'll tell you one thing. That's why I love, who's that guy that plays that,
Archie Bunker?
He plays the dad in Full House.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. That's why I really like his stand-ups, because of the fact that, like, he had to play a character, but he's not really like that.
No.
Jerry Seinfeld plays a character, and he's really like that. But that's all he is. He's not really that good of a comedian either, because, like, it's like, okay, if it had to be clean for the show, I give the show a pass. But Jerry Seinfeld isn't fucking funny to me. It's like, have you ever noticed the... Yes. Yes, I have.
But I think in the 90s, though, when he was popular, I mean, his shit was probably a little bit more racier or out there, you know what I'm saying? It was probably some shit that they weren't used to saying on TV.
Never.
And who was he competing with in the 90s?
Right. Fucking Bill Cosby, The Cosby Show.
A fucking left shoe. That's what he was comparing. He was competing with fucking The Simpsons. Like, there was nothing.
What, like Larry the Cable Guy?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's true.
You double dipped the dick in my ass. Shut the fuck up, Jerry Seinfeld, you fucking loser. No, it's all the comedy is. It's just like, hey, look at this and look at that. Did you ever think about it like that? And I'm like, dude, you add nothing to my fucking life. Now take your millions of dollars and get the fuck out of here.
You fucking millionaire. But I think that's what the rise of fucking like HBO and all those other shits was.
Yeah.
And that's why, because, you know, that's when The Sopranos and The Wire and shit like that start coming on. People were like, okay, this shit is real.
Mm-hmm.
It's real. It's more like the fucking shock horror like they do nowadays. I mean, so that's why I think like,
it's uncensored. It's life.
Yeah. It was real life too. So, but you know, when Seinfeld, that was just like, you know, somebody's made up New York fucking life. And
I don't know. Like sometimes I have friends that are big fans of the show, and they'll be like, oh, like you don't like this bit or that bit, and then it'll be like, you don't like Soup Nazi. I'm like, these characters, it's kind of like they're watching fucking cartoon characters at this point. It's like, oh, you don't like
soup.
No soup for you.
No soup for you.
Yeah, and people will say that too. I'll still hear people say that shit, and I'll be like, yo, what are you, a fucking loser, you cuck bastard? Shut the fuck up, you fucking
You're
Nimrod.
a fucking hater, bro.
Yeah, I don't...
You are a hater. Hey, you go to Zupa what is that, Cafe Zupas or some shit,
Yeah.
and bro, you go over there and they tell you, no soup, you're going to be upset.
Jerry Seinfeld hasn't said anything of value in his entire life. Like, nothing that'll change. There's Bill Burr, comedic stand-ups that I still think about to this day. George Carlin, Richard Pryor.
Yeah. But those are all pain. They were living through pain and fucking addiction.
And that's what I want, man. Give me some of that. Like, Jerry Seinfeld hasn't had a bad day his entire life. And then, like, this is what happened with Jerry. His fucking dog died, and then he was just like, have you ever noticed that when your dog dies, you're boom, 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 boom. I'm a fucking loser.
Such a fucking
I think
fucking annoying, bro.
I think that this needs intro music, and I think that I'm going to clip that.
Okay.
And that's going to be the intro music every single time.
What's wrong with you?
Have you ever noticed when grandma fucking dies, you go to her funeral, they don't have chips. You double dip the dick in my fucking... fucking stupid. You fucking loser. And then everyone's like, yo, this is the best sitcom of all time. Yo, who watches fucking sitcoms? You fucking losers. Except How I Met Your Mother. That's the greatest. Bro,
this is what I'm talking about. You motherfuckers of your age group, you were raised on the shit like fucking HBO and Cinemax and fucking Stars and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? No, motherfucker, we had to watch sitcoms.
How I Met Your Mother was a great sitcom. You ever watch it before?
Yeah, I have.
Dude, I love you know what I realized though? Actually, getting off of Jerry Seinfeld's bitch ass. So I've actually yo, fuck that motherfucker, man. How dare you not suffer your whole life? You fucking piece of shit. So it just works out for you. Have you ever noticed when you're trying to spend $1 million and they don't have change? What do I do? You fucking dumb bitch. Shut the fuck up. Go shine Larry David's fucking shoes. He made your fucking career, you bitch. All right. Fucking dickhead. Fuck you, Jerry.
Fuck.
Fucking loser.
Bro,
all right, so
what were you saying?
We'll bleep that. We'll bleep some of that. No, okay, but How I Met Your Mother, right? So, How I Met Your Mother, throughout my entire life, I was viewing the world as if I was Ted Mosby, right? Like, this is not recent, right? Like, isn't maybe like kind of like 7 years ago or maybe 6 years ago when I started to. No, it was more like 5 years ago, like for real. I had there's this one time where I had this kind of like situationship. That's what the kids are calling it now. Situationship that I had with this one chick, and it didn't work out.
Whoa. What's that?
Situationship?
Yeah.
It's basically when you're like talking to someone and you're not really dating, but you're not really not dating.
You're fucking.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Thank you, Brittany.
You're welcome. Here for you.
Or going to like Volcano Sushi in Norfolk, Virginia. All right, whatever. So, anyways, it was like,
Whoa. Is that code for something?
She knows exactly who she is. If she does ever listen,
she's listening right now.
And she's listening now.
As a matter of fact, let's call her in.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know that sounds like a horrible sex act.
You know who it is?
You know,
Jerry Seinfeld's mother.
I'm gonna put you in the volcano sushi. Something wrong with you. What was the music?
Hey Jerry, I'm Kramer. I'm so spazzy. I'm Kramer. Yo, go shove a bagel up your ass, bitch. What the fuck are we watching, bro? Kramer, he's like, and then he said the N-word. That's true. He did.
Kramer did.
That was at the.
I can't. But
I didn't say it. He said the N-word. That Kramer guy got like this was big news in LA. He lost his shit. He like just started like he was like, oh yeah, well you're the N-word. And
when was this?
this was
a long time, like 04?
Oh, well, that makes
05?
sense. Why I wouldn't know. I was only 14.
right. He lost his shit.
I mean, I knew about it when I was younger than you, but whatever.
Man, it's
Wow. Would you like a cookie? Wow. Congrats on being Gen Z.
What about Gen Z? Bum, ba-dum, bum. So, anyways, right? How I Met Your So in How I Met Your Mother, right? I always thought of myself going through these situationships and going through these relationships, and kind of, I always thought I'm Ted Mosby. I just want the girl. I want to live a happy life. I want to blah, 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 right? Constantly. And then it really only took me like 5 years ago when I started to look back at my stuff, right, and go like, man, I might be a fucking asshole, right? And then I started to like kind of divulge some of the things that I looked at with myself, and like, I mean, divulge, what's that word? Purge some of the things inside myself, like kind of like, I'll face it. I went to therapy. I started like really working on myself, and I remember like getting down to it and being like, yeah, I'm not that good of a dude right now. Like, it's actually really bad. Like, I'm not that good of a dude. And not to get into specifics, but it was just like, you know, I just wasn't good with people, like anybody. Like, relationships can be both ways. It could be with dudes, like as friendships, with women as friendships, relationships, however you want to view it. But anything connecting with people, I was just doing a bad job, right? So it made me realize most men want to be Ted Mosby, but most of us are Barney Stinson. We want to fuck. and we we want to, right? Just always be.
Plant our seed everywhere.
That's not what I was gonna say. We always want to like just be on the run, more women, more this, more that, and like. But most of us, we kind of have this like I'm not a bad guy, and then we kind of like look at our shit in like a different lens, and we all say, well, actually, I'm Ted Mosby. All I want is a girl that I can kiss on the cheek and take her out to brunch and right? That's not true, right?
That's not.
It's not true. No, most men, we are not like that. It only takes massive amounts of self-awareness to really get to, all right, I'm not that good of a dude. I need to work on myself.
You know what? My son told me once, too. He was like, and that was one of our series talks, and he was just like, you know what? He said that about me. He's like, you're kind of like an asshole. Mm-hmm. You're always sarcastic. You know, you're kind of hard on people, and plain and simple. He was like, maybe you ought. And I don't. And not to get off on a tangent here, but like Aaron Rodgers, he does that fucking ayahuasca shit. Mm-hmm. And so that's what my son said. He was like, you know what? You really ought to try that ayahuasca shit. He was like, you need to go and you need to see, like he said, where you come out of your body and see who you are, and then you know your life is fucking flashing before you and all the shitty stuff you've done and said and shit like that. And he was like, and he said, when you come back from that shit, he says you see yourself in a different light, and you can really see like, okay, yeah, I was a shitty person to this person, but you know, I'm gonna try my hardest to be better or some shit like that. Mm. But yeah, he was serious though. He was like, yeah, I mean, that shit really fucking opens you up and lets you see yourself for who you are.
So maybe that must only work for men, because I once got cheated on by a girl that did ayahuasca and she stole $50 from my fucking wallet. So it must only work with people with penises. I'm being serious, bro. I knew a girl that did.
You say this shit, bro, and then you there's no preface. There's nothing.
And he was all over my dick about it.
Right, because you have to lay some fucking groundwork for that. So this is what you said. Listen to what the fuck that you said, okay? I need you to hear this, okay? You said, I once got cheated on a girl who did ayahuasca, and you fucked her, and she stole $50? Is that what it is? That?
Oh no! So we stopped talking. I told her I don't like this anymore. I kind of don't want to be with you.
Okay.
Well, no, I didn't say kind of. I was like, I don't want to be with you, and she was just like, okay. Well, that's kind of fucked up. I drove all the way over here. It was a 5-minute drive.
Okay.
And she was just like, what?
Did you do the hanky-panky with her?
Yeah, previously. You know?
No, I mean this time.
No, this time. No. We met like in my house, and like it was kind of like an upstairs area. So she was already there, and I was with my friends, and she decided to come over, and I was just kind of like trying to avoid her and ghost her, so she could kind of like just go away from my life, and then hopefully I never talk to her again. Okay, so have you ever tried to ghost a woman? So then, yeah,
But okay, no, I see. But bro, we man, how do you just said that you saw yourself as an asshole?
Yeah.
So was this during the time that you saw yourself as an asshole?
No. This is
okay.
I was God.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
I was on my Kanye shit.
Oh my Lord. So you had sex with this young lady.
Yeah.
And after the sex, how many days after did she come over?
This is like 2 weeks.
2 weeks
beforehand.
later.
And she would stop talking to me. And I invited her out. She didn't want to go out. I invited her again. She didn't want to go out. And it wasn't like, I don't want to go out. It was like, oh, I'm busy. I made commitment plans with my friends. And I'm like, all right, so how about tomorrow? And then she was like, no, I have this other thing. And then it's like, yo, you know how it is whenever you don't want to go out with somebody and you're just giving them the business. You are the coolest person in the world because you have so many fucking plans.
All right.
I'm going to Chick-fil-A with my church. I'm gonna go juggle with the senator. I'm gonna go meet. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do that.
Have you ever juggled with a senator?
Yeah.
For such a long time hater, you really just have nailed the theme song.
I would always hear it. I knew so many. My ex-girlfriend loved Seinfeld, and I was like, "Yo, this show is fucking dumb as shit." And she would be like, "Oh yeah, well,
What, bro? See, this is what I'm talking about.
What?
You got a preface. This is why you hate Seinfeld.
Oh, because my ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
No, I hated it before that.
I hate
Yep.
you.
Yep.
So were you going to talk about Sinners or...
Oh shit, Sinners, bro.
Oh my god.
Have you ever sinned and decided to kill yourself? A bang, 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 banjo or bass. Bidip. That's a piano. All right. So anyway,
give me the real.
so when talking about this, right, Sinners, spoiler alert, it is the greatest fucking one of the greatest fucking films. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest. I'm gonna say
It's a good movie though.
top
Great movie. Yeah.
For me, it automatically hit up top 20. I
Okay,
need to
yeah.
rewatch it, but it's top 20 best movies I've ever seen in my entire life, bro.
Nice.
I don't like that it's not getting enough respect on its name. Okay, Ryan Coogler, that's the name of the director,
I know.
is a fucking god, right?
Okay.
You got to think about it like this, right? Clip this shit up. This is going to be clipped, right? Ryan Coogler, I fucking love you, dog. All right, so check this out. This guy decided that during a time where they're making fucking Battleship, the fucking movie. So the board game, because it has a fucking IP, they're going to make a movie about it, right? Because studios are like, we don't want to lose any fucking money by taking a risk, and they just release fucking garbage at left and right. Ryan Coogler was like, nah, son, I'm about to release this one thing. Original script with my cast, and when I get this contract up, I want the money to come to me first. So before you can make your money up, all the ticket sales are going to go to me directly to pay my salary. And in 25 years, all the rights, it's going to come back to me. So his family is going to own Sinners.
Yeah.
Bro, that is fucking insane. Look, as a minority looking into this, now granted, I'm talking about this very intelligently, even after how much I just talked negatively about Jerry Seinfeld. But seriously, if you own your shit, you are setting up generations of your family to be good to go.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And especially realizing it again, how it was for Black Americans in America previously. Yeah. It's not too long ago that you have someone that sung beautiful songs like When a Man Loves a Woman. That guy, I don't know his name. I'm sorry, I don't know your name, man. But he literally went to the grave not owning his song, having to tour, having to do appearances just so he could pay the bills. Right? And to me, that's an insane concept. And Ryan Coogler just did it with, like, put a slam dunk back for all of the Black entertainers. Is doing something. Now, granted, he's not the first one.
No.
Like, Denzel has been making moves for years. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry with the studio and everything.
Definitely.
Dude, like, there's a lot of minorities making moves. It's great.
I'll even give LeBron his props.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Minorities are cooking right now. And that's since about the 70s, the 60s to now. Now, granted, a lot of them have been looked at a certain way for trying to cook, like Prince. When he changed his name to the symbol.
Yes, sir.
Motherfuckers were wilding. They were like, what is this guy doing? And it's like, he's greedy because he wants his proper payment and stuff like that.
He wants to own his own fucking records.
Exactly.
That's it.
So I love the fact that Ryan Coogler did it, but I also love the fact that I love what he did it with. This fucking movie is phenomenal.
It is.
So you guys want to break this down? Yep.
Breaking it?
All right. So this movie is about Smoke and Stack, and what's the name of the guy?
Their cousin?
Their cousin.
Little Sammy.
Yeah. Little
Sammy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I love the fact that in the beginning, like, I already kind of knew that we were going to get into something like horror filled, but I wasn't really like under the impression like how much we were going to get into like the history of it, the drama, because you don't see anything real crazy until about like in the beginning. You kind of see that the flash screens
of
Sammy
definitely.
when he's at church, and it's like you see
right.
this painful acts that are happening, these
right.
vampires, these claw marks. You see the claw marks on his face.
Right.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa, this motherfucker's been through it.
Yeah,
And
right.
and his dad's like, yo, give up the sin. Give up, like, you got to give it up. You got to stop being a sinner. You got to give it up. And then he's just like, I can't, Dad. I gotta watch Seinfeld. It's a shitty ass fucking show on NBC. It's fucking garbage. That's the last one. And then he played his guitar that was broken.
Screwed sinners.
He played his guitar that was broken and it went boom, bing, boom. So here. No, dude. So I like the fact that it was weaned in, and I like the fact that it was teaching me so many things about history, right? But also, like, I love history. So I was, like, listening to what they were saying, and I was like, oh, man, like, this is actually really interesting. I love the fact that when they were showing the Chinese couples, how they were speaking, like, Mandarin or Cantonese, when they were speaking that, and then just switching back to the Southern English accent, nice. I was like, hey, bro, that's some creative liberties, bro. Ryan Coogler, you are a genius. Like, Chinese people in the South. I like that. Right. And then I went to Reddit, and that was, like, the first thing that I saw.
That's a mistake.
What do you mean?
Going on Reddit? Oh, my God.
That is a mistake.
No, we love our Redditors.
Yeah.
No, we don't. Fuck you.
Okay. So yeah, when I got on Reddit and I started people were like posting stuff about sinners, and then they were posting stuff about how the Chinese couple was accurate, and I was watching these Chinese people speak with a Southern drawl,
right?
And I was like, I am floored. And then like at the same token, I was like, okay, maybe they just moved here, immigrated here, and now their family were all Chinese, and now they just they were speaking fucking Cantonese too on the fucking phone. I was like, yo, this is crazy. You're showing me a side of history that I did not know. I appreciate that, Ryan Coogler. But not only that, Smoke is so interesting alongside with Stack. They are some of the most interesting characters ever written. Yeah. And, bro,
and it's played by one dude.
Played by one dude. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan is a fucking gangster, bro. Denzel, he's our Denzel. Well, he's my Denzel. Yeah, my Denzel, bro.
Denzel is his Denzel.
Yeah. True. Like, he was just so great. So many great lines. I remember the scene where, I believe it's Stack, or is it Smoke?
Which one?
Who's messing around with Josh Allen's fiance?
The white girl?
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld.
That's Stack,
right?
Yeah.
Yo, so when Stack is like in the door, locked away, and then he's like banging on the door, he's like, let me out. And then Smoke comes out and is just like, I want to let you out, man. And then he's just like, you know how much we've been through? German trenches. I'm not going to say the word, but he was just like, German trenches. Chicago gangway. I was like, yo, this guy, like, just the way he said all those words, I was like, holy shit. Like, this is like, and it was like, he's literally talking to himself. Right. That's all he's doing. He's talking to himself, and it's like an insane concept that this guy is pretending that someone else is, like, as an actor, you have to pretend already.
Right, of course, yeah.
But this guy is pretending that he's pretending to see who he's pretending. Oh, yeah. It's fucking insane. And the story follows it like so. It was so interesting, like finding out about the music and like how like there are legends of people that will play music and it'll summon things and portals and doorways for things to come in. Beautiful, amazing things. That's just healing shit. Yeah. But there's also the shit that's lingering on. And that's, to me, that was just so interesting. And the scene that everyone was talking about was the scene where every single like shaman or person of ritual aspect, musician that's able to conjure this type of power.
Yeah.
They were playing all over, from the DJ to the rock star that was kind of hailed as Jimi Hendrix to just like I think it was reggae, close to even like the Chinese. There was like actual dancers from the Chinese culture, and bro, it was just such a lightning in a bottle. It like when I first watched it, it honestly felt like I was like walking on a teeter.
It was sensory overload.
And I was like, oh, this could really go bad. This could be kind of cheesy. This could be. And then as I watched it more, I just stopped thinking about it. And I was
into that bitch baked. It was. And I think the one thing I remember is just the colors. Like, fuck. Like, the first thing you see was when they got out and you see, like, Stack was in red and Smoke was in
vibrant.
It was just so, and even like the dresses that the ladies wore, like the white girl in the white, and then the one bigger black girl, absolutely beautiful by the way,
bro.
It just like, and it just her skin stood out more, and the dress kind of died down, whereas the dress was big on the white girl, and then you kind of had to look at her face to see, she's pretty bad.
I'm giving a lot of credit to Michael B. Jordan and the guy that played Sammy. Great characters. Also, we had our mans who did 10 freaky girls aside the freaky. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's a big chubby guy that was like,
Omar.
Come on, we want to be friends. Like, come on,
Omar,
give me some money. Yeah.
I forget his last name.
10 freaky girls inside the freaky. That's from 8 Mile.
Yeah, 8 Mile. Yeah.
I don't know his name. I
forget his name on 8 Mile.
I literally know him as Freaky.
You're talking about Cornbread?
Is that his name?
That was his name.
Cornbread.
That was his name in Sinners, but I forget his name in 8 Mile. It was,
bro, that's
one of his boys that was in that one group with him.
Yeah. But bro, it was like, dude, I was watching that, like all the characters that were so good, but the women here were just forces to be like recognized, and that's what I love. There was not a weak part in this fucking movie, man. It was all bulletproof, man. Haley Stanfield, man, she was just like on fire, like every time she was on scene, bro. When she told who was it, Stack? Yes, when she told Stack, she was just like, well, then you stuck your tongue in my coos and you fucked me so hard. I was like, Josh Allen, you need to leave her, bro, because she really did that. I believed what she was fucking saying.
She was, that shit was real, bro.
We've been walking around saying coos all week since we saw that. Yeah,
oh, really?
All week. Oh my god.
Well, you stuck your tongue in my coos. I was like, damn, dude. There's this one meme where it's like this white woman that is like, and you're looking at a boss bitch who handles big business. And everyone's been saying, this is Haley Stanfield. But she was so great in that. Yeah. Not only that, I forget the actress's name, but Smoke's girl. And like just the whole scene where he's like, they're all kind of doing their own thing.
Right.
And Sammy is being like driven around by Stack.
Right.
And he's playing music for him and he's like freaking out and they're having such a great time. And counter that with Smoke talking to his old girl.
Right.
And being like, how she was working the shaman, how she was working the mojo, and then she was just
that
like
hoodoo shit.
That
devil magic.
Bro, I love that. And like she what did she? Oh, she said, "I like this will protect you." There's so many times I was praying for you. Well, not like making sure that this worked for you, so it would protect you. There wasn't any praying. It was so it would protect you.
Right.
And then he said, "Well, why didn't it protect her?" And it was like, "I don't know." And
it was real. It was real shit.
All these women were amazing. All these men were amazing. And then by the end of it, it still was her like. Went back to that point when she was saying like, I wanted to protect you. He's like, why didn't it protect her? He's like, I don't know. And then come to find out that the mojo bag protected him against his brother when he turned. And the star, one of the stars, I can't say there's a definite star in this because everyone killed it, right?
Right.
But Jack O'Connell.
Oh my God, I love him. I fucking love him.
Bro, I could not believe. I've been watching Jack O'Connell since I was a kid.
I didn't know who the fuck he was personally, but yeah, he did.
I watched
Since what?
Skins.
Yes.
Skins. Yeah.
Skins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Skins was great,
Skins.
man.
I'm gonna watch it again because Skins was so good, and it's because of him.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
No, he was amazing, dude. Like I've been watching Jack O'Connell since I was a kid, and just to see him, he's been getting his flowers like here and there, and just like everyone kind of known that he's like a phenomenal actor. But I know after this is another level.
It is.
Like this is gonna take him somewhere completely else, right? And I really enjoy that because I'm like, the world needs to know about him. I love the fact that Ryan Coogler used him. He could have been British. He could have been American.
Yeah. But he did that shit on purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was Irish, dude.
You're right.
How Irish and black people had so many things in common, right? But yet this guy is literally trying to convert them in his own fucked up way into their own clan and stuff like that.
Right.
And I thought that when Sammy is praying, when the vampire's about to kill him, right, played by Jack O'Connell, and he's like finishing his prayer, and it's just like he's finishing his prayer, and he's like, you don't understand like how much these words brought me comfort, and I'm ashamed to admit it. They were saying these words when they took my land.
Right.
And then right when he said that, it all hit me. I was like, when they took my land. And it's like one set of people, the Irish, they were taken advantage of and they took their land.
Yeah.
And then another set of people were taken from their fucking land.
Right.
And I was just like, these...
Yeah,
like,
he did a fucking great job, bro.
Bro, you can look at this so many different ways, and it's just such a gnarly... the music... that you can't even fuck around with that shit. And the acting was just
phenomenal.
Everything about this film, it's breaking records. Movies are fucking back, bro. And it's all because and it's all because
the writer's strike is over.
Yeah, and it's all because you stuck your tongue in my coos and you fucked me so hard. Oh, bro. Josh Allen in his first football game is gonna throw 900 fucking yards. He's gonna be like, oh yeah? He stuck your
you stuck your tongue in my coos.
Oh yeah, you think you could fuck Michael B. Jordan and get away with it? Here's 900 yards for your bitch ass. Just know I could leave you at any moment.
Oh shit.
No, you can't, Josh. No, you can't, bro.
But you know what? I love the vampire's message, though, man. I mean, and that's another thing that they were saying was like, who wouldn't want to fucking join like a fucking cult of never dying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And then they were all, poor ass black people.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can join somebody where you're just normal. You know what I'm saying? If you're a fucking vampire, and that's when it was a little bit of symbolism of like, you know what? That's what they were trying to sell to black people all the time. But I mean, like, that shit sounds fucking good. I mean, it really. I mean, and who wouldn't be like, well, fuck, man, I can never die, fuck forever, enjoy that fucking music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And just like him, man, play that reel, man. Taylor Swift, if you're listening, play the fucking reel. Bring out your banjo,
Shake
girl.
Shake it up, Tay-Tay. Shake it up.
She's not listening.
Break up with fucking Kelsey. Bring out that banjo and start bing, 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 ding, ding, ding,
No,
ding.
Tay-Tay, don't do it.
Yo, speaking of Taylor Swift's boyfriend,
Yes.
Travis Kelsey needs to fucking retire. Just letting you know.
As long as he can catch and fucking hobble out on those bad knees, fuck, he's gonna play.
Really? You think so?
Aaron
The fucking
Rodgers
loser.
is going to be 41 years old. So, yeah, fuck that. Hey, Travis, get your bag, bro. Because once it's over, bro, and pray that CTE don't fucking set in. Get your bag now. I mean, fuck, you've been doing it this long.
Yeah, true. Well, I guess, yeah. It's kind of like the Brett Favre effect. Like the, oh, shit. I just thought about this. Have you been...
We don't have much longer.
Oh, we don't have much longer? Okay, we'll put a pause on that. But anyways, I'm not going to close it out with Travis Kelce. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ryan Coogler did such a good job with this.
No, he knocked that shit out the ballpark.
Everything's back. Like, as far as it comes to cinema, I feel like directors now are going to have a lot more of a cut. So, like, I mean, if this went south, though...
I, you know what, bro? I ain't too sold on... They still ain't letting Negroes in fucking Hollywood like that, bro.
You're 100% like insane, bro.
They're not, bro. I mean, he did a great job and fucking he knocked this shit out the ballpark. And but yeah.
So Ryan Coogler's been like pretty much in solid projects, and he started with like Fruitvale Station,
Right.
And then I forget the other one was with Michael B. Jordan. I think it was Creed, if I'm not mistaken.
Wakanda.
Oh yeah. So Wakanda Forever, yeah, Black Panther, yeah, R.I.P. Chad Boswick.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like he has been on fire. He's a Hollywood darling. I don't think it's gonna go away. I think he's gonna be great.
I don't think he's gonna go away. But I mean, you're saying like this is rose-colored glasses. Like, yeah, he's doing good movies back. Fucking Spike Lee still ain't gonna be letting that bitch in. I mean, not saying that he's the fucking greatest director ever, but fuck.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll be honest,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? I don't think that Hollywood's.
You want me to say something about Spike Lee? I'm telling you, man. The reason why Spike Lee doesn't do more movies is because they fucking suck, bro. Like, they're trash. Okay. Do the Right Thing is garbage. The only good movie that I will say is Malcolm X. I really liked Malcolm X. Right. The reason why is because Denzel does a Class A performance, and it's like really, really good. And I love the history behind it, and I love Malcolm X in general. Yeah. But Do the Right Thing is one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen in my life. First of all, why is this guy just talking to the screen and just saying a bunch of shit that's derogatory? I can't even say it, bro. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna say some things. No, I'm not really gonna say it, but he's like this. He's like this. He's like,
we'll table this for another
derogatory
day.
term, derogatory term. You fucking derogatory. Why don't you go back to that continent? And then he just started saying like a bunch of crazy shit.
But I mean, that's fucking New York back then, bro.
And then Spike Lee's like, you fucking guinea, fucking spaghetti
that's
bender,
literally like New York.
I get it, bro, but it's not a good fucking movie. And then he's playing with what's her name? What's the Perez chicks?
Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez. She's playing with Rosie. He's playing with Rosie Perez's titties, bro. And in the beginning of the fucking movie, why are you playing with her fucking titties? He's like,
maybe they were having sex, bro.
You put the ice cube right here,
that's he was cooling her off before he heated her up.
You put the ice cube right there.
You need pussy.
Have you ever not? Have you ever put an ice cube on your girl's fucking tits? You double scoop the tit. Fuck you, Jerry.
All right,
we're out.
You. All right.
I think that's enough.
I think that's enough.
This has been definitely not.
Definitely not.
Golly.